It is time now for the PHL Saturday Morning News for the Saturday morning, March 14th, 2015. Good morning to you all this Saturday morning, March 14th, 2015. Here now, your news and headlines here in our top story here at 8 o'clock on this wet Saturday morning here is one of the Pacific Ocean's most powerful ever storms devastated the island nation of Vanuatu on Saturday as Cyclone Pam. About its version of Hurricane Camille back in 1969 tore off roofs, uprooted trees, and reportedly killed dozens of people, 8 officials have said. Pi, the number that noted in shorthand as 3.1415, is an irrational number with an infinite number of digits. Mathematicians have calculated pi out of the millions of digits as it will happen in once a century. China has sent fighter jets to its border with Myanmar and launched a diplomatic protest after a Myanmar warplane reportedly dropped a bomb in its territory, killed 4 civilians. San Jose Sharks general manager Doug Wilson said a lot of significant things in a meeting that its team season ticket holders on Thursday. A woman who has said that Bill Cosby victimized her decades ago asked Nevada lawmakers on Friday to support a bill moving the state's statute of limitations on sexual assault, a provision that prevented her from pursuing a criminal case against a comedian. On air reports, Serena Williams run from a 5-3 deficit to win the open descent for the first match at Indian Wells in 14 years. The 2 final polls published before Israel's election predict that Zionist Union will have a 4-seat margin over the Prime Minister's Lincoln. Vatican City, Pope Francis on Friday marked the second anniversary of his election by declaring a jubilee year that will be interpreted as a powerful signal of his commitment to reforming the church. Iraqi forces hope to liberate the key sunny city of Tikrit from the Islamic State within the next 3 days. Agency France Presse reports, but may have to wait for more reinforcements before making the final push. Crews lower a piece of a Black Hawk helicopter onto a barge at the Santa Rosa Sound near Pritchard Point in Navarre. Brookhaven, Mississippi. A man shot the owners of a house where he was living and their children, killed a homeowner and his 9-year-old daughter, and leaving the wife and 2 of her children in critical condition, police said. A protester hangs a banner reading Black Lives Matter at the gate outside the governor's mansion during protests, and the police killed Tony Robinson in Maple Bluff, Wisconsin, as had to expect at a funeral for the 90-year-old shot by officer. Oil market might not be out of the woods after all as crude prices dropped. What seemed like a resurgence of the oil market that may have turned out to be a false start after all, as prices tumbled by 4% Friday as fallen in stress reports. Forget the 2013 tape term U.S. stock markets are in the midst of a patient panic ahead of Wednesday's Federal Reserve statement, with many investors expect a change in the Fed's language that wouldn't send the clear signal yet. U.S. wholesale prices declined for a 4th consecutive month. Wholesale prices in the United States were down by a 4th consecutive month in February, as a slight increase in gasoline prices was nullified by a downtick in food prices. Dow powers to fresh highs and stocks to no fall. In Steve Jobs' final years, his successor Tim Cook offered him a partial liver transplant, but Jobs refused. Jobs suffered a side effect of cancer which caused so much pain that he could barely get out of bed. Fast Company reports. Pamela Anderson makes verbal physical abuse claims against her on-again, off-again husband, former Baywatch beauty. Pamela Anderson abstained a restraining order against her estranged husband, Rick Solomon. In the core of the galaxies, magnetic reconnection sparks and explosions visible billions of light years away on the sun and causes slow flares as powerful as a million atomic bombs. An underground ocean on Jupiter's can remain. Makes it the third moon along with Europa, and Enceladus, believed to host liquid water. Senator Ted Cruz, Republican of Texas, addresses the International Association of Firefighters delegates at IAFF presidential forum in Washington on March 10, 2015, as Ted Cruz wants NASA to focus on deep space missions instead of studying. Researchers in Sierra Leone today started a new phase 2 trial of an experimental drug in Ebola patients. The first participant received an injection of the therapeutic called TKM Ebola this morning at an Ebola treatment unit in Carytown. For many current smokers and even former smokers see that as permanent, a cigarette can make it hard to resist lighting up as electronic cigarette can produce the same effect according to new study they may urge. Take a look at New England's alerts. At 3 Esco Street in Boston, the first lob's 2.5-story wood frame porch fire with extension. Okay, take a look at sports news here. On Friday afternoon, Tiger Woods announced he won't play in the next week's Arnold Palmer Invitational Tournament. He's won 8 times. The Miami Dolphins traded wide receiver Mike Walsh to the Minnesota Vikings after acquiring receiver Kenny Stills on another trade. Russell Westbrook denies lobbying, and last night the Boston Celtics defeated Orlando Magic 95-88. Tonight, this afternoon, the Boston Bruins meet in Pittsburgh, taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins, while the Boston Celtics meet out in Indiana, taking on the Indiana Pacers. Game time 7 o'clock in Indianapolis. Here, Peter Chell News Time, 8:06, time now for a travel report. And Smoke Santa Always my ways in New England there. And take a look at the MBTA service alerts there. And we will take a look at the service alerts. And the subway is well on fine. And the commuter rail is moving smoothly. And the boats are moving on fine on the ferries of the Hingham, Hull, Charlestown ferries. Peter Chellu's time is now 8:06 here on the Saturday morning. Time now for a weather report here. And we are under a freezing rain advisory effect from now until 9 a.m. this morning here. For locations issued by the National Weather Service and taught to the position of freezing rain advisory, which is effective until 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time this morning. And the location interior southeastern Massachusetts and northern Rhode Island include the cities and towns of Quincy, Taunton, Brockton, Plymouth, Providence, West Greenwich, and Warwick. Has the types of freezing rain and accumulations and trace of ice and crystallization and time in 6 to 9 a.m. this morning. And light acid can lead to slippery travel on untreated surfaces, and travelers are urged to exercise caution and slow down. As a freezing rain advisory, that means periods of freezing rain and freezing drizzle will cause travel difficulties. Be prepared for slippery roads. Slow down and use caution while driving. Day 1, today, tonight, freezing rain advisory. Day 2 for 7, Sunday for Friday. No hazard weather at a time. And looking at the radar, and it shows the rain is in southeastern Massachusetts and coming a bunch of central and western Massachusetts and coming a bunch of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and up from Albany down to Peekskill. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, rain mainly after 9 a.m. Punching between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then punching afternoon, high to 46 degrees. Calm wind becoming southeast wind 6 miles by the afternoon. Chance of information 9%. New Pacific amounts between a half to 3/4 inch. 12 pole. For night, shadows activated before 8 p.m. Punching otherwise, clouds got low about 32 degrees. Light northwest wind, chance of information 6%. New Pacific amounts between a 10 to 1/4 inch. 12 pole. For Sunday, chance of rain snow showers before 2 p.m. Then snow showers likely punching after 2 p.m. Otherwise, most of the Cascade high about 41 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 to 8 miles by chance of 6%. No snow accumulation expected. For Saturday night, a chance of snow showers maybe before 8 p.m. Then cloudy then gradually becoming part Cascade a little lower at 23 degrees. Northwest about 7 to 9 miles from Cascade 26 miles by chance of 30%. Little no circulation expected for Monday. Cascade high about 45 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 to 9 miles per hour. For Monday night, chance of rain showers before 5 a.m. Then a chance of rain and snow showers. Most of the Cascade low about 32 degrees. Chance of information 40%. Tuesday, Center Park Cascade high about 41, low about 17 degrees. For Wednesday, mostly clear sky high about 27, low about 60 degrees. For Thursday, Saturday, mostly clear skies high about 38, low about 20 degrees. And for Friday, mostly sunny sky about 41 degrees. Not temperature Saturday at 34 degrees. Light rain. That's going to be it for the Peter Chell Morning News here on this Saturday morning, March 14th, 2015 on a Saturday morning. Be with you. Have a good day, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye, buddy.